Hello everybody, and welcome to another video from the Argonian Prince, or in other words, Dan. So I'm going to take a little detour away from Mountain Blade Warband for a little bit. I will go back to it, there's no need to worry about that, but for now we're going to move on to maybe some more story-based, choose your own story type games. Starting with Caverns of the Snow Witch by Finding Fantasy and Ian Livingstone. So these will be my choices. I can recommend these games highly. I played them roughly maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Not this one specifically, but another one that I will be going through in the future. His other games are really good. So with that in mind, I think I'm just going to jump straight in. Ooh, we got some kind of human, maybe dwarf guy. Winters in northern Alancia are always cruel and bitter. The snow falls thick and the icy wind blows hard, chilling everybody to the bone. For the past few weeks you have been hired by a merchant called Big Jim's son to protect his trading caravans as they roll their way slowly north to the frozen outposts. The horse-drawn carts are laden with cloth, utensils, weapons, salted meats, spices and tea, which are traded for furs and ivory carvings made from mammoths' tusks. Big Jim is not usually worried about travelling. That's annoying. About travelling, as bandits only attack his caravans on the return journey. He is not alone in recognizing the value of the northern goods. On this particular trip, you are walking ahead of 6 carts across a frozen lake. In the distance you can see the snow-capped peaks of the Icefinger Mountains jutting out of low cloud. Your destination lies at the base of the mountains where the Northmen meet to trade. Snow is falling, but not too heavily. You stop to prod the ice with your sword to make sure it can bear the weight of the carts, when suddenly the shrill call of a hunting horn breaks your silence. You stand up and run back to the carts to talk to Big Jim. He is sitting next to the driver of the second cart, puffing on a long briar pipe. Oh, so maybe that was Big Jim we saw in the front image. A huge man with a great bushy beard. Oh, confirmed there. Big Jim is obviously a man to be reckoned with. His bright blue eyes scan the horizon, searching for signs of life. In a deep voice he says, "Sounds like it came from the outpost. Reckon you better go and investigate. Could be trouble. And get back here." I think that says, "and get back quick," probably. You set off straight away towards the outpost at the base of the Icefinger Mountains. You arrive 2 hours later at a sign of ugly carnage. The snow is red with blood and all the wooden huts are smashed and torn down. 6 men lie dead, their bodies slashed, their axes at their sides in the snow. Judging by the size of the footprints, the creature that attacked the outpost must have been enormous. There is nothing you can do for the unfortunate Northmen, so you head back towards Big Jim's caravan to report the news. You reach them in an hour, just as the daylight is fading, and relate the terrible events that have befallen the outpost. Big Jim orders the cart to be drawn into a circle to protect his men during the night, which is actually a good strategic strategy, honestly. A large fire is built into the center of the circle, and you sit down beside it to talk to Big Jim. Everybody is nervous, and a guard is posted to watch for signs of movement outside. In a low voice, Big Jim asks you if you will hunt the terrible creature, for otherwise his businesses will be ruined forever. You speak and reply that you will track the monster, but only for a purse of 50 gold pieces. Big Jim's jaw drops open, and he takes a great deal of persuasion before he agrees to your demand. The snow finally stops falling as you settle down for the night. Sleep is a long time coming, for your mind is active with thoughts of the impending hunt. When you wake just after dawn, the fire is reduced to dying embers. Wisps of smoke rise gently into the morning mist, and not a sound is to be heard. You walk over to where Big Jim is sleeping and tap him on the shoulder. He wakes with a start, and you tell him that you are setting off and hope to be back later in the day. You wave to the guard as the snow starts to fall again and make your way back to the outpost. By the time you reach the outpost again, the bodies are blanketed with snow, and the beast's footprints are covered over. The visibility is poor, and you set off towards the mountains where you hope to find the abominable killer beast. I almost said abominable snowman. Almost said that. The snow on the mountainside is soft, and you sink in up to your knees as you climb slowly up. You soon find yourself at the edge of a crevasse, which is spanned by an ice bridge. I would rather walk around the crevasse. No, I think it's crevice. The crevice. There we go. I got the word. As you walk along... Oh no. As you walk along the edge of the crevice, the wind starts to howl blinding furies, blowing flurries of snow into your face. You put your head down and stride into the wind. A dark shape suddenly looms out of the curtain of the snow. A huge hairy mammoth stands before you, its long tusks curving out threateningly. Trumpeting loudly, it lumbers forward to attack. You must fight. Fight on! You both miss. So, I assume I need to reduce its stamina down to 0. But I guess I have to roll higher than an 11? Oh! Oh, I did damage. How? I guess it added... What? Oh! Okay, I see. I will keep going. Well, I seem to be dealing more damage. Oh dear, that's gonna hurt. Ow. Test my luck. Hey! Oh my gosh, okay. Oh. I did it! Ugh. Turn to page 47. It takes half an hour of hard walking to reach the end of the crevice. You are now able to climb further up the mountain. The steep climb and the swelling snow combine to make the going slow. The snow is beginning to fall very heavily, swirling around in the strong wind. A blizzard is starting. The temperature is well below freezing point, and the howling blizzard chills you to the bone. You struggle to walk through the snowstorm, but it drains your energy. Oh, I took 2 damage. Still alive though. The blizzard worsens. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. I'll dig a shelter. You hurriedly cut blocks of ice out of the mountainside and build a makeshift igloo. You crawl into it as the blizzard blows down the mountain with ferocious power. Your body heat is retained inside the igloo and you keep warm. However, you must eat 2 portions of your provisions to regain your strength after the tiring walk and the effort of building the igloo. An hour later, the blizzard dies down and you crawl out of your shell to continue your quest. Underneath an overhanging rock, you see a small wooden hut built against the side of the mountain. Its roof is piled high with snow, and long icicles hang down from the window ledges. You see a set of deep footprints leading from the hut up the side of the mountain. Let's explore inside. The front door of the hut is frozen shut, and you have to batter it with your shoulder to open it. There is only one room inside the hut, containing the belongings of a fur trapper. Traps, furs, and sacks are stacked in the corner of the room. A wooden bed, a table and chair, and some cooking utensils show sign of recent use, and the ashes in the fire are still warm. If you wish to put some logs on the fire and warm up the cold stew in one of the pans, turn to 118. 118. Let's do this, why not? The fire is soon roaring and crackling in the hearth. The heat of the flames radiates through your body and you revel in the warmth. The stew is delicious and you feel your strength returning. With renewed energy, you decide to leave the hut and continue your quest. As you're about to leave the hut, you catch sight of some weapons lying under the bed. That's the thing, I feel like someone lives here. And if someone lives here, I don't want to anger them and have they come after me. So I'm actually going to leave the weapons. Outside again in the deep snow, you set off on a trek up the mountainside, following the footsteps in the snow. The high altitude and thin atmosphere makes you pant for breath as you continue your steady climb. Suddenly you hear the cry of a human voice, followed by a ferocious roar. Not far ahead, you see a fur trapper fighting for his life against a gigantic bear-like beast with long white fur and sharp teeth protruding from its jaws. It is the killer beast you have been hunting. The abominable Yeti. You watch the unfortunate trapper being gashed by the Yeti's claws and falling face down in the snow. Incensed by the vicious attack, you scream at the Yeti and run through the snow to attack it. Are you carrying a spear? No. I have to fight? Okay. Oh, he has a lot. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't like that. That really hurt. I'm gonna keep fighting on. I have to try. Damn. Nice damage. Oh. Oh. Come on. Okay. I'm testing my luck. Wow. I was gonna say that should be equal anyway. Oh. Could this be my end? Let's go for it. Come on. Oh. Wow. Okay. I am almost dead. Oh lordy. Okay, hang on. Wow. I am nearly dead. Poof. This is gonna be crazy. I know. You kneel down beside the fur trapper and turn him over slowly. His eyes are barely open and blood trickles down from the corner of his mouth. Yet the Yeti has gouged deep wounds in his chest, and you realize that there is no hope of saving him. With a great effort, he reaches up and grabs you round the neck, pulling you down so that you can hear his dying words. He thanks you for trying to save him and insists on telling you his secret. In terrible pain, he struggles to whisper his story. He tells you that he has lived in the mountains for most of his life, hunting animals and trading their furs, but for the last 5 years he has been searching for the legendary crystal caves. These caves have been cut out of a glacier by the followers of the Snow Witch, a beautiful yet evil sorceress who's trying to use her dark powers to bring on an ice age so that she can rule supreme over the whole world. The entrance to the crystal caves is high up on the very mountain. It is open but hidden by an illusion. The unfortunate fur trapper found it by accident only yesterday, when he saw one of the Snow Witch's warriors seemingly walk straight through an ice wall and disappear. The trapper left a piece of fur hanging over the entrance, so that he could find it again the next day. Sadly, the Yeti has put an end to his hopes. He asks you to enter the caves to slay the vile Snow Witch and leave her followers without their leader. There are legends about great treasures being frozen into the wall of the Snow Witch's lair, which would provide ample reward. The fur trapper suddenly grips you hard and then falls back silently into the snow. He's dead. You cover him with snow before deciding what to do. 50 gold pieces await you if you return with evidence of the Yeti's death to Big Gemstone, but the thought of a quest through the crystal caves beneath Icefinger Mountain excites you, and you decide to set off to find them. Don't know why I would. 50 gold pieces, you know. Now that the snow has stopped falling, the sky is clear and blue. The air is cold and crisp, and the snow crunches beneath your feet. Slowly you make your way up the mountainside looking for the cave entrance, marked left by the fur trapper. Suddenly you hear a distant rumbling from above, the terrifying sound of an avalanche. Oh well. You look up and see great cascades of snow tumbling down the mountainside. With horror you realize that you are standing in the path of the avalanche. You look around and see an outcrop under which you could shelter. The approaching mass of snow is no more than 100 meters away, and you struggle to run for cover. You dive under the outcrop as the snow crashes down all around you. Pressing yourself as close as you can against the ice-covered wall of your shelter, you wait until the avalanche has passed by. With a sigh of relief, you set off again in search of the crystal caves. You make your way slowly up the mountain until you reach a rock face that is too steep to climb. You walk round the side until you see a massive wall of ice which completely blocks a gully between two peaks of the mountain, the glacier. Your heart leaps as you catch sight of the piece of fur left hanging on the wall of ice by the trapper. Although you cannot see the entrance, you walk straight ahead. You shut your eyes as you think you're about to walk into the wall of ice, but you walk straight through the illusion and find yourself inside a long tunnel carved into the ice. You walk down it and soon arrive at a T-junction. Well, I will take the right. The tunnel opens out into a small cavern, which is empty apart from a brass bowl resting on top of an ice plinth. The bowl contains a yellow liquid and a wooden ladle. Oh no. See, I could drink it, but like, do I take that risk? I have literally 4 HP. Oh, done. Sure, let's drink some. The liquid sends a glow through your body, and you feel wonderfully warm. You have swallowed a potion made by the Snow Witch that keeps her followers from feeling the cold. The potion also cures frostbite. With renewed vigor, you walk back out of the cavern. Well, I'm ready for a fight, that's for sure. You walk past the entrance tunnel on your left and continue down the main tunnel. The tunnel bends round to the right. As you turn around the corner, you almost bump into a tall, pale-skinned humanoid coming the other way. He is wearing a white cloak with a hood pulled over the head. He is a mountain elf, one of the Snow Witch's followers. I I could try trickery. I'm tempted to try trickery and see if how far it gets me, or whether she'll know, because she is a sorceress, so she might know anyway that I've just come across. But if I walk past him, I don't want him to ambush me. I am gonna do this. The mountain elf looks at you in disbelief and says, "Nobody of good heart would wish to join the Snow Witch. I am only here because of this." Throwing back the hood, the elf reveals a metal collar around his neck which glows in the semi-darkness. "Only the obedience collar makes me serve her," he continues in a dour voice. "Well, The mounted elf looks at you and smiles. "Now you're talking," he says. "Kill her and free us. Here, take my cloak to disguise yourself and follow this tunnel until it branches. Take the right-hand fork. Good luck." You shake the elf's hand and run off down the tunnel. You soon arrive at the fork of the tunnel that the mounted elf mentioned, and deciding to take his advice, I enter the tunnel on the right. Further ahead, in the left-hand wall of the tunnel, I see a gap. You walk up to it and peer around to see a cave in which a Neanderthal is stripping the skin off a moose, making it ready for the large simmering stew pot behind him. He is working very slowly and is being yelled at by the gnome cook, who is wearing a white apron and waving a wooden spoon in the air. If you wish to enter the crew kitchen, turn to 95. I think I'd rather go past, to be honest. You wait until the gnome and the Neanderthal looks away before running past the cave opening and on down the tunnel. In the distance, you hear chanting voices. Before long, the tunnel ends at the entrance to a large cavern. Kneeling down before an ice effigy in the shape of a demon, their hooded face pressed to the ice floor in worship, are 10 of the Snow Witch's followers. There are 2 exits, one to the left and one to the right. If you're wearing the cloak, turn to... okay. You pull down the hood of your cloak as far as possible and walk towards the tunnel exit on your right. Oh, I'm not lucky. Is my score? My luck literally is done. You are almost at the entrance to the tunnel where the worshippers stop their chanting. They stand up and one of them calls out to you, asking why you did not stop to sing the praises of the Frozen One. I'm gonna run. The followers of a group of goblins, orcs, and Neanderthals. As you make a run for it, the 2 creatures who are nearest try to stop you. One cracks his whip, trying to wrap it around your legs, while the other aims to dart at you. Well, I just got unlucky because I need to roll a 0, and I just got screwed over. Is my luck now minus? No, it is not. Both the whip and the dart speed towards you. One of them is going to hit, but which one? Roll 1 die. Oh my gosh. Okay. The dart misses you, but the whip curls itself around your left ankle, sending you crashing to the floor. The followers pick you up and carry you over to a circle of ice, dyed blue, in which the effigy stands. Amid wails and wild shouting, they throw you into the blue circle. The effigy immediately jerks its frozen limbs into motion. You have unleashed the power of an ice demon. The ice demon unleashes a jet of freezing gas that shoots out from its nostrils. And I'm going to stop there for this story. This episode, in fact, because I think this is really scary, because right now I have literally no luck, but I do have max skill and stamina. Well, not max stamina, of course. Oh, Okay. So I've already got the 50 gold secured, okay? Which is a good thing, thankfully. But for if I want, I don't think I'm going to make it out of this alive. But you know, we'll have to wait and see. I'll see you guys in the next episode.